From beautiful New York City as the Knicks prepare to take the home court. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. The Heat log another stop on their travel schedule in today's matchup. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
And this team is playing greater than their sum on paper right now. Great chemistry, and it's translating to wins.
Well, you can feel it. When you're on a winning streak like this, it just builds upon itself. The trick is not to get overconfident.
Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, my. So much force in Bam's game right there.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning, it's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Heart, no good. Here's Miami now. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. He talked about the respect he has for Jimmy Butler and everything that Jimmy Buckets brings to the table. He told me Butler's special. He impacts the game with the ball, without the ball, and with his defense. But he said as much of a challenge as Butler presents, we'll be ready. Guys?
Thanks, David.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Yeah, the defense does their job. But the fact of the matter is, Butler likes having to fight them for it.
Here's Brunson. Rebound by the Heat.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down the floor. Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And Butler, here we go. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. To the middle. Here's Hart. Good, and as this goes to Towns.
And the all-around game of Towns can score it, rebound it, as well as pass the ball. So skilled at his position.
Now, Hero. His last outing with 20 points.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Towns gets it to go. GA, we are right in the thick of the season. What's an overlooked challenge for these players right now?
Staying fresh. You have to take care of your body and your mind. That'll pay dividends in the stretch run.
Here's Hart. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
There's Hero with the 3. Adebayo on the follow.
Well, Adebayo's going to go after that offensive board. He is relentless in his effort.
Here's Brunson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Such nice work from Butler off the deck.
Brunson outside. And Adebayo sends it back. Butler in the corner. Inside. Pass to Robinson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And this really speaks to Robinson's shooting ability, that he can hit a shot through a foul.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on it.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Here's Hero. The Knicks making the shot. Can't connect from long distance.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
The Heat with the lead. From past the arc. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. Here's Bridges. Some solid defense from Butler. Pass to Highsmith. To the paint. Adebayo. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Heat lead by 1. Let's take it.
13.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. They're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. And that one's good. Towns.
Yeah, Towns able to work through the contact down low. He's gotten better at that over the years.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with the statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. That's a 2 from Butler. Here's Adebayo. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Towns. Hart, no good. On the wing, Rozier. And a miss there on the triple.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Back to Towns.
Well, this is what makes him a complete two-way player. Great defense there from Bam Adebayo. Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Down low. Here's Adebayo.
New York foul.
G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Raised by his mother. And Kevin Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Yeah, Bam's a little undersized for his position, but he makes up for it with great effort, athleticism, and intensity.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Butler. Good D by Anunoby.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Back to McBride. New York moving the ball around. Pass to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Hart with it. Picked up by Hero. And the shot goes in. Hart's got the lead up to 3 now for the Knicks.
16.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Miami no good on that time either.
2 minutes remaining.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
What a powerful dunk by Towns. Showing the rim no mercy.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Towns. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. And that's 12 points for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
New York ball. Coming on to the
1:14 left in the first half.
Cameron Payne.
To the inside. Here's Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. And now a 6-point Knicks lead.
Knicks lead.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball. Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Pass to Adebayo. Butler with the ball. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the lead.
And the dunk by Towns.
Well, Towns is sort of a rhythm scorer. He's been in a groove tonight, and his team recognizes that. They keep calling his number.
And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the New York Knicks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Here's Brunson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Here's Highsmith. It's rebounded by New York. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. And it's Towns missing. The Heat trail by 8. Over in the corner, Hero. Inside. Highsmith's shot is off. Nice lead and looking confident.
And they've got a chance to push it to double digits.
Bridges shot. Good.
Knicks lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Miami.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Who wants the t-shirt?
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Let's hear it for your Knicks City Kicks.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First team foul.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Here's Brunson. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. And the Knicks making a change here.
New York ball. Substitution for your Knicks.
1:58 left in the third.
Miles McBride.
Pass to McBride.
Cameron Payne.
And the 3 off target.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't.
Handle business. I'm on the industry and God is my witness.